confession time. Handbags, travel accessories, luxury shoes and jewellery. I have more eye candy on the floor. Super duper hero pieces. And now we come to the first win fail. I ruined my Fuchsia Mini Baguette. I will explain. Hello you gorgeous people of the interwebs, I hope you're having a fan-dabby-dozy day today. Today we're going to get into the luxury pieces I took with me to New York City, what worked, what didn't work and why. Before the Lion and I went to New York to meet up with the handbag tribe for all things luxury. Playlist will be linked down below. I did a video talking about the bags I was considering taking to New York and why. I'll have that video linked down below as well. And there have been a load of New York based videos since then, so I wanted to check in with you guys to see if you still wanted to see which bags I took to New York and what worked and what didn't and why, and you said yes please, so here we are. So I'm going to go through handbags, travel accessories and luxury shoes and jewellery. I did actually do a little reel on Instagram showing all the outfits, all my outfit of the day, but it's really quick fire kind of little reel, so I'll drop that in here as well. So you can see, I think there are about 15 outfits in that reel. We were there for a week and I basically got changed twice. I wore 2 different outfits every single day. I have some eye candy for you here. I have more eye candy on the floor. It's okay, it's carpeted and vacuumed. And you might be surprised at some of the pieces that worked and some of the pieces that didn't. I know a lot of people say the same, and we all say it for the very same reason. Never travel without my Neverfull GM. I was toying with the idea of not taking this one, and then I thought, I have to take it. She just goes on every holiday. She goes on every flight. She goes everywhere. Anytime I travel, she travels too. So yes, my GM Neverfull, I've still got stuff in there. I've been meaning to film this video for a little while and then put everything back neatly on the shelves because it's a mess over there. You don't want to see it. Maybe you do want to see it. Let me know if you want a tidy up kind of reorganised video. So I'm not going to spend too long on the Neverfull. We know why people travel with this bag. It's because everything goes in it. She carried all of my luxury handbags. And just because I fancied a little moment, I've got my Nano Baguette. This is my Fendi Nano Baguette. I had this on as a bag charm. I didn't actually have anything in particular on it, but I thought I could use it to have easy access to things like paracetamol and stuff like that. Rather than sort of digging around in the Neverfull for it, but to be honest I didn't need to do anything like that. And I actually used this as a bag on 2 occasions in New York. Once when we went for dinner with April and train girl Megan and their husbands. I'll have them linked down below. On that occasion I wore it clipped on my belt loop, and the second time I wore it as a bag was for dinner with the handbag tribe, and I wore it as a little crossbody with a little chain crossbody strap on it. If you are new to my channel, then hiya, I am Gwenny and I love luxury in all of its glorious forms. And if you love luxury in all of its glorious forms, get down there, hit subscribe and ring my bell so you don't miss out on any of my luxury based shenanigans, like talking about these things and going to New York and taking these things to New York. Show the videos you enjoy the thumbs up love, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where you'll get to see things like reels of my outfits of the day in New York City. And of course I took my mini pochette accessoire as a little carry-all catch-all in my Neverfull. Had it clipped to the D-ring on the inside of the Neverfull. Marvellous little travel piece, another one that I don't ever travel without. I've said a few times that I am a little bit old school when it comes to travel, and I like to have printouts of things. So I've got printouts in here. This is the, what is it? The Pochette Voyage? Is that the Pochette Voyage? Etui Voyage. Etui Voyage. I always forget the name of this. This is in the PM size and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure you can get these anymore. I think Louis discontinued them. They discontinue all the really useful stuff. But this is another thing that I use all the time when I'm traveling, and it'll easily pop into a safe if you want to keep things like your passports and stuff in it. And another hero travel piece from Louis Vuitton is the Cube d'Arrangement, or the packing cube, and I've got this in the size MM. I keep meaning to buy the PM as well, and this time I used it for all sorts of bits and pieces, vlog related, so spare batteries. In the past I've used this for not only for travelling and keeping smaller bits and pieces, like maybe little tiny jewellery pouches and stuff like that, together and in my Neverfull. And then I would basically take this and pop it in the hotel safe. Our safe was a kind of vertical one on the wall, which was interesting. So I actually had it zipped up. I was able to pop it in the safe like that. This is one of my super duper hero pieces. I didn't keep jewellery in it this time because I kept my jewellery to a minimum, and we'll get onto that next. In terms of my jewellery, I didn't take my Cartier watch, I took my Tag Heuer watch because it is a little bit looser and we knew it was going to be hot out there. I didn't want my wrists to swell up and feel really uncomfortable and not be able to actually wear a watch. I actually only took two pairs of earrings to wear. I was wearing my gold jewellery. I've moved back into my white gold jewellery and my new Tiffany silver bracelet. That video can be linked down below for your viewing pleasure as well. I used this little Monica Vinader pouch because it's got two sections to it. I kept this in my mini pochette accessoire, and because that was all the jewellery I took, I didn't need anything bigger than that. So the first pair of earrings I took were these gold Monica Vinader earrings. I wore these most of the time. They're really simple, they're really elegant, they go with everything. They're not heavy, so I could wear them all day, every day with no issues. I can even sleep in these if I forget to take them out. It's not a problem at all. So they were the perfect everyday pair of earrings. And then the second pair of earrings I took were my Fendi hoops. These are in silver finish, so mixing my metals. Who does she think she is? A little bit heavier. I wore these mostly for events like when we went to Fashion File and stuff like that, but not an all day, everyday wear. Definitely can't sleep in these ones. I know about it if I do. So those are all wins. Those are all wins. And now we come to the first win fail, and I will explain because it is my Gucci trainers. These are absolutely fantastic. Comfiest trainers I think I've ever owned. Comfiest trainers. Going to be doing a lot of sightseeing. Makes absolute sense to take these, right? Now, we went to New York in August and it was about 33 degrees most of the time. I was not ready, I was not prepared for how my feet would swell up. My feet don't swell when we hit that kind of temperature in the UK. I don't know if it's the humidity or what it was. My other shoes that weren't luxury shoes, my sandals and things, they gave me a bit of a blistery type thing because the same thing, my feet swelled up and there was rubbing in shoes and sandals that just didn't do that. These are an amazing pair of trainers and I would recommend them to absolutely anyone to get these because they're brilliant and they work on my wide little trotters as well. But yeah, not for sightseeing in New York in 33-degree heat. So in terms of the handbags I took, these are the ones I took. These are the 5 plus the little Nano Baguette and plus the Neverfull. So for travel, I carried my mini Fendi Baguette in the Zucca print. That was my crossbody bag. I had Ms. Gracie, Mulberry Gracie. She was squished down because she's padded out at the moment, but she's really, really supple, not very structured. She got squished down and popped into the Neverfull, as did my Longchamp. This is the Longchamp Andre collection piece. This is the extra small Pliage. Got a crossbody strap as well, so she folded down. And then what I did was I folded up my Fendi strap, my strap U, folded it up, put it in, and then my Fendi Fuchsia Baguette fitted perfectly in my Gucci Raffia. This was the newest bag in my collection before we went to New York. So fitted this in here, in here. But the first time I went to use this, I noticed that once I'd put it in the Gucci, everything was in their dust bags, so protected. Managed to pop it in like that. I honestly thought I had ruined this bag. I was like trying to fold it, but you can see it still wants to sit up. Now that side's a little flatter and that side wants to do it. But I had a big line, don't know if you can see the line on there, I had a big line going across there and I was practically in tears. because it was such a silly thing to do. It was all secure, and I don't know how it managed to flip up on the way into the Gucci, but it did. I was wearing it for dinner when the Lion and I went for dinner with Claire and her husband, and I was just, she was like, just rub it, it'll be fine, just gently rub it, it'll be fine, it'll rub out. And I'm like, oh, I ruined my Fuchsia Mini Baguette. But it seems to be doing okay now, so I'll just be a bit more careful next time. So these are the 5 bags I took. In conjunction with my Neverfull for travelling, I wore my Fendi Zucca in the tobacco colour, the Zucca print. This was a brilliant bag. I knew this was going to be a brilliant bag. I already knew it was a brilliant bag, but I thought I would use this one instead of my pochette accessoire with my crossbody vachetta strap, which is what I would usually wear for travel. But I just felt like using this one because the Fendi fever is real and it is strong, and also because I just think this looks nicer, it looks better, and it didn't let me down. It was fabulous. So that was my travel bag. First day, and a couple of the days actually, of sightseeing. I went for the Longchamp Pliage. This thing is lightweight, it's rainproof, it's got a crossbody strap, it carries so much. It's such a great little bag, also quite low-key. I tended to have all of my stuff like card holder, phone and things like that all tucked down this side, and then have this zip bit open here and just a little bottle of water sitting and poking out but zipped up. Brilliant little bag, absolutely love this little bag. And of course this one's pink and it's got a little, so it's really cute and adorable as well. And Miss Gracie, she had to go. She absolutely had to go. She is my bona fide ride or die holiday bag. And although this wasn't a beach holiday, this was a go. It got something going on every minute of every day kind of holiday. She nailed it. So we've got this front little pocket here. It's got some card holders, card slots in there. I don't use those. I generally put things like my card holder and stuff in there because then this is zipped up, safe and secure, and then everything else can go in here. It's really squishy. A squishy, lightweight, glitzy. She brings a little bit of sparkle. A brilliant bag, just an absolute brilliant bag, and people are always asking me to sell her, and I never ever will. My Fendi Strap You guitar strap. This was the first Fendi piece I ever bought. I bought this guitar strap before I had a bag to put it on, because I knew I was getting a bag to put it on. It was just a matter of when. Do you remember when I said this? I mean, I think this is going to be the hero piece of the holiday. Well, confession time. I used it once. I used it when the Lion and I went to Fashion File, and that was it. I honestly thought I was going to use this all of the time. Now, I'd only taken one bag really that I would have used it with, and that is my Fuchsia pink Mini Baguette. And the reason I've got it displayed like this is because I mostly used it as an actual shoulder bag, with the crossbody strap where I've looped the chain through the D-ring there, and then clipped it back in on itself. I used it mostly when we were going out in the evening. I thought I was going to use this with this all of the time, and I ended up only using this once. I used this a lot, but the combination only happened when the Lion and I went to Fashion File. So I was a little bit surprised at that. I would even go as far as to say I was shocked. I didn't use it as much as I thought I would, and I didn't use this how I thought I would. And then the final bag to show you, to share my thoughts on, is my Gucci. This was the newest bag in my collection, and I didn't buy it for New York. But when I bought it, I certainly had, I want to take it to New York in mind. I took it to Fashion File on the first visit with the handbag tribe. I took it the following day to afternoon tea at the Plaza. It's a great bag. It's got loads of space. I've got nails now, so I can't do the things I used to be able to do. So it's got a little clasp opening there. I wore it as a shoulder bag, I wore it as a crossbody bag. I love the versatility. I love that I was able to carry all the things I wanted to carry in here. A beautiful bag. And yes, I was a little bit worried about wearing it crossbody and rubbing the raffia against the clothes I was wearing, but very happy with this bag. So I'm looking for ways I can still wear this now that the weather has changed a little bit. I'm going to have a play around. I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it until now next spring. Never really believed in seasonal bags, but then I never had a Raffia bag. And I've got to have a little honourable mention for my Coach Basquiat, my Beat 18, because she didn't come. She was on the list of considerations to take to New York, because New York, the home of Basquiat, the home of Coach, she really should have gone to New York. And the reason I didn't take her to New York is because she is heavy and because she is so structured, and everything else I was able to manipulate in a way or stack in a way that I'd be able to carry them with me in my Neverfull on the journey there and on the way back, thus keeping them safe and by my side where they will always be when I'm travelling. She deserved to go, but she didn't go, so that's my little honourable mention for my Coach Basquiat collection Beat 18, which is a fabulous bag, but she is heavy and she is a little bit. So really, out of the choices I made for the things to take, especially my luxury things, I've done really well because I've only had 2 kind of fails. These are still the most comfortable trainers in the world. Just don't wear them in 33-degree heat when you're going to do 6 hours of walking in one go. And this brilliant, versatile, probably be using it all the way through winter now, autumn and winter, but yeah, just didn't use it as much as I thought I would. So you would have seen these bags at various points in various vlogs and things, but let me know if these were the ones that you would have taken to New York from my collection, from the video that I did with all of the bags I was considering taking to New York. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope you have enjoyed this deep dive video. If you did, please show it the thumbs up love, and until I see you, yes you, boop, for the next video, which is not going to be New York related. I can hear a sigh of relief from some of you and some sadness coming from others who have really, really enjoyed this series. And thank you everyone for all of your comments on this series of New York videos. Wow, it was a lot, we did a lot. Anyway, until I see you, yes you, boop, for the next video, please stay safe, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, stay fan-tabby-dozy, and bye-bye!